so excited for this video because we are talking about my favorite books of 2024. These aren't books that were all published in 2024, it's just that I read them in 2024. Yeah, I think I'm posting this on the last day of December, so Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Well, yeah, I did not get to my reading goal of the year. I think when I'm filming this, I'll probably have gotten to 73 books of 2024, which is not bad, obviously, but my goal was 100 books, so that's not really where I wanted to be, but it's all good. So, the first book on this little favorite books of the year is a reread. The whole series was a reread, and every book is a 5-star. In theory, it's not, but when I read the books at that age, they were all 5 stars, and that is Throne of Glass. Also, this video is gonna have probably a lot more whispers than triggers, so just giving you a pre-warning. We have Selena. So, I'm going to give you a history of me and these books. So, I read the Throne of Glass universe the first time in 2016. I remember reading Empire of Storms in January of 2017 because it's like entrenched in my mind, or it's like screenshotted in my mind from Goodreads. I think I also read The Wrath and the Dawn that month too, in January 2017. So I have loved these characters and this book for many years, and it's so entrenched in my mind just because of how much like fan art there is out there and how much I see of it like on BookTube or TikTok, or it's everywhere. So this series is like viscerally everywhere that I am, and I love it. It's great. I am obsessed. Like, I want to reread the whole series again, and that shows me how much I love, like truly love this series, the book, the characters, Lorcan and Aelid. Guys, hands down, they're top tier couple. Like, the scene, if you've read the series, the scene in Kingdom of Ash with a horse, if you know, it's breathtaking. It's so phenomenal. I want to read all of Kingdom of Ash so I can get to that scene again because it was a masterpiece. assassin endeavours. But then the prince of one of the countries, Adderlin, goes to the prison camp because he's looking for a champion, because his dad, the king of that really hurt. His dad, the king of Adderlin, is holding games so he can have the ultimate assassin, like, in his pocket. So Selena, of course, says yes, I will be your champion, because she doesn't want to be in the war camp where she would die eventually. So she goes to the palace. She partakes in these games, and it is fabulous. Is it overhyped? No. I don't give a F. I love this series. I've loved it for many, many years, since 2016. And it's my first time ever rereading the whole series. And I had a great time. Had a fab time. And I want more books in this universe so badly. Oh, it's just stunning. It's stunning. And I love, by the end of the series, we have so many different POVs. Because I love all the characters besides one. Because since rereading the series, I didn't hate this one character, but so many people online did. And I never really knew why. Because when I first read them, I was young, naive. I didn't see red flags. But since rereading, I see the red flags, and I do not like this person. Yeah. But yeah. Favorite reread of the year. It was, quite frankly, the best time of my life. So, these are not in any particular order, but maybe that one was first. Maybe. The next book is a book that I read in January this year, so it's been a while. Also, I'd like to preface, I haven't really given a lot of books in the past number of years, 2-3 years, a lot of 5 stars, just because I haven't really felt like it. In the sense that I feel like I'm just numb. Is that bad? Like, I love reading. It's just I haven't given them 5 stars because I've never felt like that the desire to do it, that, because I used to give every single book I read 5 stars. And since my reading taste has changed and grown, and I've unfortunately become more critically aware of what I'm reading, I wish I didn't, or I wish I removed that critical aspect from my brain, but it's there now, unfortunately. So I've given like less than 10 books 5 stars this whole year, which is not great, but I can't really do anything about it because I've read fantastic books. I just haven't given them 5 stars because I didn't feel like it. Like, my go-to is giving books 3 stars. I don't know. So, the next book that I read, that is one of my favorites of the year. I read the first book in December of 2023, and then I read the first book. Did I say the first or the second? I don't know. But then I didn't have the second book in the series, and I was yearning for the second one. And then I got it finally, and I read it, and I loved it. It was exactly what I wanted. It is Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. characters are 18, 17. Is Shannon 16? She is. Shannon's 16 in the first book, and Johnny is 18, I think. So they are the two main characters. It's set in Ireland. Beautiful. And it just follows like a school life. I think Johnny is in 6th year, which is the final year of secondary school, and Shannon is in 4th year, but she possibly skipped a 4th year, I'm not too sure. And basically Shannon transfers to Johnny's school because she was severely bullied in her last school. And Shannon's, scared. She's very scared. And of course, the first thing that happens to her when she gets to the school, she walks through the rugby pitch, or like a pitch, and she gets hit in the head by a rugby ball by Johnny, and she goes unconscious. So this is their meet cute. And then, he's really worried about her. He stays with her when she gets checked up. Shannon's mother is furious because in her last school she got beat up a lot. So she thought it was happening again, and she was literally going to take Shannon out of this school. But Johnny just, takes care of her, and then he starts to like her. They start to like each other. He's very much like a big rugby man, where she is like a small, dainty girl. She's like 5 foot, less than 5 foot, I don't know. But Shannon's had a very, very hard childhood. She's a hard living situation, and Johnny's like the opposite of that. Oh. Johnny has supportive parents, amazing siblings, and he has amazing friends, and it just goes through their lives, and it's so good, and it's so funny. I will say though that every scene is very detailed, where they talk extensively about the situation, whereas in some books you'd get like a cutscene or something. Cutscene in a book? No. Like you'd cut out the scene midway through because it's not useful information. This book does not do that. And some people probably don't like that, but this book made me laugh so much. The characters in this are phenomenal. Gibbsy. Must I say any more? Gibbsy is the funniest guy. I love him. I want to reread the series now. Oh my god. It's so good. There's a lot of trigger warnings in this whole series. It's different trigger warnings for different books. I think she's making another book in the series, and I'm so excited. Actually, I'm not, because I hate that character so much. Like, I could slap her. She's a disgrace to mankind, to be honest. And I don't say that lightly, but she is a disgrace. But yeah, loved. Right, so the next book is, I'm gonna show this one. I didn't give this 5 stars, but this book is on my mind sometimes, and I just know it was amazing when I read it. It's just I didn't give it 5 stars. I did give those 2 5 stars. I give this like 4.5 or something like that. So it is was in an airport going to Miami. So this book has a good memory, and I actually did pay $17.99 for this, which is atrocious. That's so much money for a paperback. But this book is phenomenal. It is the character relationship, the love relationship, should I say, was so amazing and thorough and just well thought out and perfect. It's what every relationship should go through, but the way that they went, I don't know what I'm saying. But it's just phenomenal. It follows two main characters, what is their names? Emma and Justin. And they both have this like curse thing where they go out with someone and then they break up, and that person always finds their like true love afterwards. So they both deal with this. And then the guy Justin puts on Reddit one time his curse, and then Emma reads it and she's like, me too. So they start chatting, and then they like come up with a plan of being like, if we do this together, we'll find our true love. So it's phenomenal. It's a really good book. The communication is fantastic. I loved Justin. I loved both of them in tackling their problems head on. There was a miscommunication, which is great. And it's floppy. But yeah, this book was a solid romance book that I highly recommend. The next book was a book that, when did I read this? I think earlier on this year, the first half of this year. I gave it 5, or I gave it 4.5, I'm not too sure. It is All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. This is a adult romance, a slow burn, which is Mariana's go-to, and my favorite thing ever in life is a slow burn. It follows the main character, Aurora, who moves away from where she was living and back to her home place, in a small town in the mountains. And she checks in, so she doesn't own a house, she checks in to rent an apartment, and the landlord it is such a good book, and I tabbed one thing because the main character is suffering with a family loss, and it was so beautiful to read about and really sad, because she did things that her mom passed away, not in this book but like years before, and the main character did things that her mom used to really enjoy, like hiking, and it was so heartwarming to read about. Did I cry? I don't think I cried, but I definitely teared up. I'm gonna read the quote because it's a very good quote about loss. Okay, so, and there was nothing wrong with me mourning my mom for the rest a smut scene in a while where I didn't hate it, which is a plus. But yeah, there's a plot twist. Did I see it coming? Did I see it coming? No, but yes. I think a person would see the plot twist coming. But it was just a very cute romance book. And I was giggling and swooning, so that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. And the main character is obsessed